Yoga is about union of the body and mind. It is not associated with religion if you don't want it to be. This is about you finding your breath and moving through the poses. It is not about you doing the poses as I would do them. It's about you doing the poses that fit for your body today. So we're going to start standing up, feet shoulder length apart. Breathe in, arms up. Breathe in. Breathe out, arms down. Again, breathe in. Breathe out. One more time, breathe in. And breathe out. Last time, breathe in. And this time when you breathe out, you're going to swan dive over. Breathe out. Forward bend, arms down. Let your arms and hands dangle. Go limp in your arms. Let them sway. Relax your shoulders. You should feel slight tension in the back of your legs, stretching your hamstrings. We're going to run our hands up our legs to our knees. Forward bend, straight back. Try to get your back as straight as you can. And then bend back over. Arms dangle. And slowly rise back up, hands overhead. Palms facing each other. Palms together, bring them down to your heart. Next, we're going to try a balance pose called tree pose. Hands on your hips. Taking your right leg, tapping it out. And then when you're ready, bring your foot to your leg. Now you can bring it to your knee, to your shin, to your ankle, wherever is best for you. If you tilt or stumble, breathe and try again. And relax. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Tap your left foot out to balance yourself on your right leg. And then bring your foot to where it's best for you. On your ankle, on your shin, on your knee, on your thigh. Whatever is best for you. And release. While standing, wiggle your toes. You know, we often forget about our toes. You might hear them crack right now. That's okay. But spread them. Stretch them. Release your hands from your hips and do the same thing with your hands. Stretch your fingers. Make fists and release. Okay, feet together, shoulder length apart. Raise your hands, palms facing each other. And we're going to tilt to the right. So slightly bend. You should feel that stretch on your left side up under your arm. Come back to center. And same on the other side. Stretch to the left. And release, bring back to center. And swan dive over. Let your arms dangle. Continue to breathe. Half lift with your hands on your legs, flat back. Hold here. Exhale and release. Arms dangle. From here, if it's in your practice, we're going to extend our arms forward, extend our legs back into a plank. So now a plank is like a push-up in the upward position. You can hold there if it's in your practice, or you can release your knees to the ground. Or you can release your elbows to the ground. Whichever is in your practice. So again, I'm going to show you either up in a push-up stance. That's what we call a plank. Or you can release your knees to the ground and hold it there. Or you can release your elbows to the ground and hold it there. Find what works for you and your body. This is your practice, not anyone else's. Hold that pose. Don't forget to breathe. And release slowly down to the ground, laying flat on your stomach. We're going to cross our arms and lay your head on your arms. And breathe. Find your breath. That last pose may have accelerated your heart rate. Find your breath. Okay, coming onto all fours. Gonna push up, knees apart, hands shoulder width apart. And we're gonna go into the infamous cat and cow pose. So looking up, back bent is cow pose. Exhaling, curving your back, shoulders to your ears, is cat pose. Breathe in, look up for cow pose. Breathe out, shoulders to ears for cat pose. Find your own pace and continue on your own from cow to cat. Inhale, exhale, cow, cat, inhale, exhale. Come back to a meeting point here with a flat back. Now raise your right arm and we're going to slide it through your arm, which we call thread the needle. So you're threading your arm through your other arm and bringing your ear to your mat. Hold that pose. Don't forget to breathe. And release. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Lift your left hand up, palms facing out, and you're going to slide your left arm Thread the needle, slide it through the other arm, come down with your left ear on the mat. And release. In this position, I want you to now bring the soles of your feet together. So spread your knees, bring your feet together, and sit back. Arms stretched forward, head down to your mat, your forehead down to your mat. For child's pose. This is one of the most popular poses, one that is of relaxation. Stretching your back, your thighs, your arms, your shoulders. Very useful for your body. Don't forget to breathe. And release. Come back up. Bring your knees together. Come down to your mat. Lower your stomach down. And with your hands placed in front of you, slowly lift up halfway. You should feel that stretch in your back, in your lower back. Drop your shoulders. Hold it there. And release. We're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to extend a little higher. So push up till your arms are straight. Definitely should feel that in your lower back. Drop your shoulders and release. Now this next time that we push up, we're going to go into the most popular pose in yoga, which is downward dog. So as you push up, I tend to come to a tabletop pose, and then I push off my knees and push back. So your body is making a triangle. Now for some people, you have to be careful. If you have high blood pressure, feeling the blood rushing down to your head may not work for you. This may not be in your practice. If that is the case,
halfway point reached.
Please do not do that if it is not in your practice. Release back to plank. Come down. Lift up halfway. Release. Lift up again. Extend your arms. Back down. Lift up to downward dog. From here, slowly walk your feet to your hands. Still bent over, arms dangling. Slowly lift up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Roll your shoulders back till you're standing tall. Palms facing the front. And breathe. Good job. Raise your right hand over your head. Grab your ear. Slowly pull your head to the right. Stretch your neck. And release. Gonna do the same thing on the other side. Raise your left arm. Place it over your head. Hold your ear. Pull your head slowly to the left. And release. You're going to roll your shoulders up and back slowly. And do the same thing forward. These are muscles that we often don't use. Feels good, doesn't it? All right. Turning sideways on your mat. Your right leg, extend your foot out to the right. Keep your left foot facing forward. Extend both arms. And we're going to bend our right knee. So that way you are lunging to the right. If it's in your practice, bend your right arm and lean on your knee, lifting your left hand up. Look up at your hand. And if it's in your practice, take your left hand and place it around your back onto your right hip. And release. Coming out of this pose, extend your arms back out and bring in your knee. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So switching your right leg forward and your left leg extending to the left, facing the left. You're going to stretch out your arms, extend your left knee and lean. Warrior pose. If it's in your practice, bend your left arm onto your leg, lift your right hand up, looking up. Breathe. If it's in your practice, you can wrap your right arm around your back and place your hand on your left thigh. If not, meet me back where we were at. Hands up. Slowly release by bringing both arms out to the side for warrior pose. And slowly release the left knee back. Arms down. Both feet facing the side of your mat. Arms up, palms facing each other. And slowly bend toward the center. Try to make your back as flat as possible. You should feel that in your hamstrings, behind your knees. Slowly lift back up. Arms down. Bringing your feet together, shoulder length apart. We're going to squat. Arms up, palms facing each other. Slowly squat as if you're sitting on a chair for chair pose. Now you should feel that in your lower back. If it's in your practice, swing your arms back and then back up and stand up. Arms up, squat. Arms back. Arms up, stand up. 2 more times. Sit down in your chair. Arms back. Arms up. Stand up. 1 more time. Sit down in your chair. Arms back. Arms up. Stand up. Good job, man. Relax. All right, walk it out. Legs shoulder length apart. Arms up, palms facing each other, palms touching. Bring it down to your heart. If it's in your practice, we're going to squat down to the ground. Squat down to the ground. If you and your knees have been visited by Arthur. This may not be in your practice, okay? This is called, I forgot what this is called. And stand back up slowly. Arms up. Swan dive forward. Arms dangle. Halfway lift. Arms on your knees, flat back. And release. Now in this release with your arms dangling, some of you may be able to touch the ground with your palms. Some may be able to touch the ground with their fists. Some may be able to touch the ground with their fingertips. And for some, you can place your palms under your feet and stand on the soles of your feet. And release. Standing back up, arms up, palms facing each other, palms touching, hands to heart. Breathe in, exhale. Breathe in for 4, exhale for 8. I'm going to ask that you sit on your mat. Legs in front of you, stretched out. Arms up, palms facing each other, and we're going to extend and reach over. Bend over. For some of you, you can grab your feet. You can grab your toes. You can grab your ankles. You can grab your shins, your knees, your thighs, whatever is in your practice. And release. 3 more times. Arms up. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. Hold that pose. Hold that stretch. And release. Again, arms up. Inhale, exhale, forward bend. Release. One more time, last time, arms up. Inhale. Exhale, forward bend. And release. Taking your right leg, we're going to bend your right leg, cross it over your left leg. Take your right arm, bend your elbow to the inside of your leg and twist to your left. Look back. Look over that shoulder. You should feel that twist in your back, in your traps. And release. Release the entire pose. Release your arms. Release your legs. Bring it back to the ground. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So bend your left leg. Cross it over your right leg. Lift your left arm. Bend it till your elbow is inside of your leg. And twist to the right. Look over your shoulder. I feel that in my upper back. And release. Release your arms, release your legs, and bring it back down. Wiggle your toes. And we're going to slowly lay down on our backs, vertebrae by vertebrae. Slowly come down to your mat, onto your back.
Almost there. You can do it.
Bending your right knee. Let your right knee fall over onto your left leg and twist with your right arm extended out. Looking at your right arm, turn your head to the right. So your knee is going toward the left, but your arm and your right arm and your head, your face is looking to the right. Release. Bring your leg back down. Bend your left leg. Lay it on top of your right leg by turning, twisting. Extend your left arm to the left. Turn your head to the left and look at your hand and feel that twist in your back. And release. Release your arms, release your legs back down to your mat. Stretch your legs out to the width of your mat. Extend your arms down with your palms facing up. If you feel comfortable, you can close your eyes and we're going to go into Savasana. This is the final pose, the most relaxing pose in yoga, to thank your body for all that you have just done. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Release the tension in your muscles, in your neck, in your shoulders, and relax. Enjoy the stillness. Enjoy the quietness. Become one with your body, your mind, your heart, your soul.
Target reached. Duration 30 minutes. 108 calories. Heart rate 59.
Don't be intimidated by the silence. Embrace it. Become comfortable with quietness and stillness. Inhale for 4. Exhale for 8. Place any hand on your stomach and place the other hand on your chest. And breathe. Find your breath. When you're ready, release your arms and turn over to any side that you feel comfortable into the fetal position. Slowly push yourself up and come to seated pose, also known as easy pose, formerly known as Indian style. Arms up. Inhale. Arms down. Exhale. Arms up. Exhale. Arms down. Last time. Arms up. Exhale with your hands coming down to your chest. Exhale. Namaste, which simply means the light in me sees the light in you. Thank you for taking time for yourself today. Thank you for taking time for your body today. I encourage you to practice this as often as you can, not just for health benefits physically, but for health benefits mentally and emotionally. We tend to hold trauma in our bodies. We hold anxiety in our stomach. We hold trauma in our hips. So it's important to release and relax those muscles as often as we can.